Hi folks, welcome to one more episode of the Supply Chain Show. Maryna with me again, and today we're going to talk about one topic which is very interesting, and that's about outsourcing of the procurement function. What I believe in procurement and supply chain, we work with standard processes, and once you standardize the process, that means there's a clear input, clear output, and it's become, let's call it, a specialized workflow that can be outsourced to these specialized people. For example, there are companies right now who are offering a services demand forecasting as a service. There's companies who's basically offering a services for their ERP data cleanup, right? And I believe that can also happen in the procurement function as well, that way you can outsource certain aspects of your procurement function, right? And there's no other person to talk about this than this lady here, Maryna, because she's doing job as a procurement consultant, trainer, advisor, expert for many, many years, right? Maryna, welcome. How are you?
Thank you very much for inviting me here and for this talk and discussion and a lot of very useful and interesting information we can share with you.
Right. So,
and thank you for this question. It is possible to outsource many parts of procurement functions. And of course, the most important thing, you need to understand what you want to outsource, because the first exercise you need to do, it is divide procurement process into small parts, small pieces, and then understand what you can give to outsource. Outsource going each year in the world approximately 10-12% per year. And it shows us that if it is not important and not strategic point, not strategic function for you, you can outsource it. For example, you can give to outsource some transactional operations.
Yeah, for example?
Yes, for example, creating PO, supporting PO, transactional PR into PO, reporting, analytical, vendor management. So supporting data of vendors, cleaning this data, etc. Also, it is very often when you don't have, for example, expertise in such field, and you can outsource this expertise from other consulting agency, for example, or from other experts. Thus, many people invite consultants or outsourcing companies, for example, to create the strategy, to help create the strategy, to help support some category strategy. Also, it is possible if you want to implement some instruments, for example, like SRM, etc. So it is not a short-term contract. Typically, it is long-term contract, and it helps company to improve their qualifications, their expertise, and save money as well. It is for strategic part.
Yeah, but okay, you said clearly transactional stuff where people, creating PO, creating reports, so that can be outsourced to the people.
Yes.
There is service centers available in Romania, Hungary, India, Bangalore. There is company, it's Philippines as well, I know that, right? But I think there's a real concern for, let's call it, procurement directors and CPOs and chief supply chain officer, the data protection part, because this is the data which you are giving to people who doesn't work for you, maybe they're expert, have a critical access, for example, to of your cost, right? Of your COGS, how much you sell. So how this, let's call it, CPOs and chief supply chain officer get around that problem? How the confidence will come from?
This year, previous year, and this year show us that it is not obligatory to be in the job.
Same place,
same place. So they can be located any place. Many employees come home, not staying in the capital, for example, in Ukraine, in many other countries. And it shows us that it is necessary to organize data protection in proper way, with IT security, with different NDAs,
login
SLAs, passwords, etc. So it works now. We have a lot of instruments, so it will help CPO to be sure that everything is protected. And thus, a different specialist can be pick up from different locations.
Right,
It doesn't matter where they are.
Where they are, absolutely.
Yes. So that is why outsourcing should growing more and more quickly,
Yeah.
and procurement outsourcing give our clients and potential clients possibility to increase their expertise in the strategic professional for their company, and outsource, for example, not so valuable functions or activities to other agencies or companies.
Fair point. So the last question from that is, so of course you're doing that for driving the value. So we can get around the security problem, NDAs, passwords, structured workflow, that's fine. But if I say to you, identify me three, let's call it top three transaction function which you would advise to any chief procurement officer, procurement director, that they should be looking at to basically, let's call it outsourcing to the experts, right? First question. Second, where they find those experts. So tell us about this. So which three which they should outsource because you say there's a value, and how they can find. SCMDOJO can find you few for sure, because that's what we're trying to build here, supply chain expert. IPSM does the same thing as well, so you can contact us. But so give us the advice of where else they can find.
So first of all, it is tail spend.
Tail spend.
Yes, when you divide ABC, make ABC analysis, you will find a lot of transactions which don't bring value for you. Tail spend, and this is the first. The second one, operations, PR, PO, and reporting. It can be outsourced, connecting with accounts payable.
Yeah.
Not accounts payable, it is, but connecting.
Yeah.
And the third one is very interesting, is vendor data management.
Vendor data management.
Yes. So it can be outsourced, and I know companies which do it very successful and don't invest their resources into this process. It is very simple, very clear, and no rocket science.
Very nice. So as Maryna said, the tail spend stuff, which is like your 80% supply with 20% of spend, you can outsource that. The PRPO function, you can outsource as well, transactional. And the third one was about the vendor managed data. You know, you can manage it, supplier, which can, that data, there's people, even I know, who can put a work together, and they can almost prepare a data who can basically give feedback into your category management spreadsheet, spend, vendor, how much spend, and then basically they're going to give you a platform, or sorry, not platform, template, so you can really develop your category strategies or commodity strategies further, right? That sounds pretty cool to me, Maryna. Thank you very much again for sharing your expertise here. And so hopefully we'll bring these useful videos to you. As we always say, like, share, subscribe to our channel if you find it useful. Keep it simple and keep it real. And thank you very much, Maryna.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below.